Sup Smashers, this is Ippo. Today's Marth tips video is going to be on dash dancing, wave dashing, and run canceling, which is pressing down while you're in your run. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because they're pretty simple and but pretty useful techniques. So first off is a dash dance. Essentially, if you dash in the opposite direction after you've started a dash, you do this dash dance thing like Marth is doing. Different characters go different distances. Like foxes and marths and falcons are pretty long, and then like sheiks is going to be pretty small. But if you wait too long and you get into what's called the run phase of your dash, then you do what this slow turnaround. So you no longer can do that dash dance. And if you try to just do do a dash dance out of this, it won't work because you're going to be kind of trapped in this slow turnaround. So that's not a dash dance. That's what you don't want to do. What you want to do is keep your dashes really tight like this. And you can do it the furthest distance Marth can do it, or you can do it just in place like that, and it doesn't really matter. You can do it any distance as long as it's the extent of your dash. And what your dash is essentially, and what you need to figure out is the point at which you can do the turnaround without getting stuck in this slow turnaround like this. So other things that you can do in your dash is if you shield while you're in your dash, you'll notice that Marth immediately stops in place, just like that. Like every time I'm doing the shield, I stop. But if I do a shield out of a run, if you can pay attention to that, he slides forward a little bit. So I'll try to shield on this side of Fox, and you see I kind of slide into Fox like that. So that, if you shield during your run, you slide forward, but if you shield during your dash, you stop. People call that a shield stop. It's definitely got some useful properties. So that's the dash dance. The wave dash is pretty simple. If you know how to jump in the air and air dodge downwards diagonally, works like that. I'm not really trying to show you like how to beginner start a wave dash, but rather the different distances that you can go with your wave dash. So if you put yourself on the edge of the stage, like right here, and then do a wave dash, you can kind of take a mental note of where you go. So like right there was not a max distance wave dash, and what that means is if I wave dash, I can wave dash back to that same spot or further. So now I'll wave dash to the ledge. So you can see that I went further there clearly than that first wave dash. Now this one was a max distance wave dash, so I won't be able to get to the ledge because Marth can only slide that far. And how you do that essentially is the angle at which you're air dodging. Instead of doing a diagonal angle, you want to do almost a horizontal angle. So the angle has a lot to do with it. So you can do little baby wave dashes like that, or you can do big wave dashes like this. And I would practice, the way to practice this is to start on one side of the stage and try to get to the other side of the stage in as few wave dashes as possible. And another interesting thing that very few people know about is if you do a wave dash from standing, you'll go so far, but if you dash for even a frame and then start your wave dash, you get a much further wave dash than you conventionally would. I learned that from, I think from one of Gravy's videos with Falcon, Tech Chasing with Falcon, that if you dash or you walk or run right before you start your wave dash, you get a little bit further wave dash. And I'm sure there's more to it than that, but essentially that is how that works. So this is useful if you're trying to get to the ledge from right here. You can wave dash off, but say you're even further than that and you're not sure you're going to be able to make it. If you practice this, you will be able to make it to the ledge with just one max distance wave dash. So practice getting to one side of the stage with as few wave dashes as possible, just like this. Practice doing them forwards and practice doing them backwards. And back to the dash dancing part, practice starting on one side of the stage with Marth and getting to the other side of the stage, maintaining your dash dance the whole time, just like this. It's not very useful if you can only do this the whole way across the stage, but try to keep your dash dance as far as you can and get across the stage. And another thing different from the dance dance is the Foxtrot, and essentially what that is you're going forward out of your dash dance instead of turning around. It's a little wonky. It takes some getting used to. Ken shows it in his tutorial, his like really long, hour-long tutorial, and he says it kind of looks like Marth is ice skating, and that's pretty accurate. If you really get fluid with these, it does look like Marth's ice skating. It's pretty applicable in game, but a lot of times you want to utilize dash dancing back and forth more, and you want to use more wave dashes, but you need to master all of Marth's movement options, especially dashing and running and wave dashing. So this is Foxtrotting essentially. It's just going like this, named after how Fox does it. I believe he can Foxtrot faster than he can do some other movement option. So that's Foxtrotting. That was wave dashing and dash dancing. And the last one is the run cancel. So You'll notice if you crouch while in a run, Marth will crouch, and then you can act out of it. So I can crouch jab, I can crouch jab, I can crouch down tilt, like that. I can crouch up tilt, which not a lot of people think of. The crouch up tilt is if you want to up tilt someone, maybe like a Jigglypuff is floating around, or a Peach or something, or you're sharking a character's recovery. Instead of trying to get him with a badly spaced up air, or walking up, wave dashing in place, and doing an up tilt like that, it's pretty obvious. You can just do a crouch up tilt, which is super good. So crouch down tilt is probably going to be the most important. Then stuff like crouch, crouch jab, crouch down tilt. All that's really useful. So that's crouching out of your run. How that works is you have to be in the run to crouch. Right now I'm holding down in my dash stance, and you'll notice that Marth's not crouching because you can't crouch out of your dash. You have to get all the way into a run like this. And then once you do that, the way I'd practice this is to dash to one side of the stage, crouch, and then dash stance. Crouch, and then dash stance. And just keep doing that. PPU showed a thing where you run up to somebody, crouch, and then dash through them and get a grab. That's super good. Lots of different applications for this. PPMD, if you ever slow down his videos and watch them, he uses a combo of dashing, crouching out of his dash, dash dancing, and then what he'll do is he'll wave dash backwards out of a run like this, and it creates this kind of super slick movement with Marth. So if you just, big takeaway here is to master those things that are really easy to practice, like dash dancing across the stage. Super easy to practice that. Foxtrotting and wave dashing and messing with max distance wave dashes. And then once you've got those down, you know, just have fun. Start mixing in wave dashes with dash dances and just make your Marth movement super slippery and make it so people don't know where you're going to go. So this has been Ippo's tips on Marth, dash dancing, wave dashing, Foxtrot, down canceling your run. If you liked the video, give me a subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Happy training.